lift your head up. It's okay if you messed up. It's okay if you messed up. We all fuck up sometimes. We all make mistakes. But what I want you to remember is these three things, the triple R's. Okay? The triple R's. Reset, refocus, and restart. That's it. Reset, refocus, restart. Get up, dust yourself off, and try again. Okay? We gonna fall short sometimes. Okay? We are going to mess up. It's a part of the game. Stop beating yourself up. Stop sitting in depression or sitting in sadness because you messed up. It's okay. It's okay because guess what? You got an opportunity to try again. So get up, try again until you get it right. I believe in you. I have faith in you. Start believing in yourself, friend. What? I'm trying to tell everybody to believe in themselves.
Okay, girlfriends, let's go ahead and get into this video because this is one of my favorite type of videos to give you all the compilation videos with other creators because I really feel like if you don't get the message from me, having different people tell you their story and their message all in one video might get it to you and it might click with you that way. And I'm all about helping. 2026 is not going to be about us rushing into things or forcing something just because it's the new year or even trying to become someone new overnight. This year, we're going to be solely about resetting our energy and our standards and making sure we are focused in the right direction. On this page, Pretty Girl Rich Era, I post two types of videos. One style is a compilation like this one, where I pull together powerful clips, reminders, and perspectives to get your mindset right. The other style is where I go deeper, break things down, and talk through the topic step by step. So if something in this video hits, just know there's a longer, more detailed version already out or coming soon. Let's get into this 2026 reset.
And you know what? Let's just call a thing a thing. Every year is 2025 rebrand. You're not changed. Nothing is changing. Your life is not changing because you don't have a pen and a notebook. Put pen to paper. Stat. Get it? I'll wait for you to come back. Now, I am obsessed with myself. And I want every single one of you to be obsessed with yourselves too. I have not always been here. I have been drugged and rugged through the ringer for years by people, and I have come out on the other side. So what we're gonna do differently this year, I wanna take it a step above. We need to be doing what I'm calling a 2026 standards reset. We're resetting. Hopefully y'all can see this. And before you get to thinking, she's just gonna be talking about friendships or relationships. No, this is covering 5 categories. 5. The first one is self, and that's gonna cover everything like self-esteem, confidence, your mental, your emotional. Okay, fine. We're gonna cover all of those. The second one is body. Body, yeah. So we're talking about movement, supplements, wellness, regulation. That's the ringer. Regulation, underline that one. The third one is going to be environment. Environment is everything from home, structure. I don't really do well with routines, even though I do need them sometimes, but we'll talk about that too. Circle. Number 4 is connection. So now we're talking about friendships, relationships, what standards you're going to set for yourself, what you will and will not allow, boundaries. And then the final one is going to be expression. So here we're talking about creativity, making sure that you have outlets, hobbies. Okay. Those are going to be the 5 main pillars for the 2026 standards reset. And what I'm most excited about is that y'all are going to do it with me. Make sure you get your notebook. I'm really not playing. Get your notebook, get an actual pen. We're putting pen to paper. We're going to write using our hands. I know we don't do that no more, but we're going to do it here. I'm so excited to build this with you guys. And I know that y'all been asking me for something like this. I'm so excited that I have the time to do it with you guys. Like and follow for more.
You need to start 2026 clean. And I'm not talking about your house, although I could be. I'm talking about your life. I am talking about the toxins that you've been pretending aren't poisoning your peace. It is the end of the year, and some of you are already mentally trying to build a whole new life, but you're keeping the same people and the same habits and the same mindsets that keep dragging you back right into the version of you swore you were done with. So let's call this out. I want to give you some toxins that have been poisoning your life, and you cannot take them into 2026. If you entertain conversations and go and complain about them later, that's a toxin. If you keep answering the phone or the text from people who drain you, that's a toxin. If you say yes because you're scared to disappoint people, that's a toxin. If you stay in relationships where you're doing all the emotional labor, that's a toxin. If you are scrolling for 3 or more hours a day and saying you have no time for anything else, that's a toxin. If you're using DoorDash or Uber Eats as emotional support because you had a bad day, that's a toxin. If you drink every weekend and call it self-care or a release, that's a toxin. If you keep gossip in your friend group because you're afraid to be the boring one, that's a toxin. And if you have people in your life that you wouldn't trust for 5 minutes with your phone, that's a toxin. Most of these are toxins that you choose every single day. How you finish 2025 is exactly how you're going to start 2026. Start it clean. Cut the poison. Cut the patterns. Cut the people you keep excusing because history feels safer than healing. You need a new environment, and that new environment starts with you removing everything that's been contaminating you. Get rid of the toxins. Start the new year clean. Hope that helps.
If you're serious about not just resetting your year, but your life, make sure you check out my 30-day Glow Up Journal Planner. It's designed to help you get clear, stay consistent, and actually follow through mentally, emotionally, and physically. Everything is linked in the description. Now let's get back into the video.
Next year is a 1 year, and that means there is a new cycle starting. And for the next 9 years, that cycle will just continue. There are going to be so many breakthroughs next year. This year, a lot of toxic cycles ended, a lot of karmic patterns completed. So next year is like the slate is wiping clean. So a lot of people are becoming reborn next year. It is going to be a fresh start for many, many people. This year, we saw the pendulum swing, but it will always swing back. So we saw a lot of people losing their jobs this year, getting furloughed, SNAP benefits ending and then coming back. It was a lot of turmoil. It was a lot of chaos, but it will always, the pendulum will always swing back. I'm not just making this video just because it sounds nice and I like to make videos. This is real life. 1 years are always blessed. I made that October theory video a couple of months ago. So many people came into my DMs saying that they got new jobs, new houses, new apartments, new cars. They got raises at work. This is real life. Think about 1 years like blessed years. They are very blessed years. So you will see people starting projects, launching businesses, starting new careers, coming into massive abundance. I'm talking about massive abundance. 1 years are always restoration years. They are restoring years, and God will always restore the years that you lost. He will always do that. That is his promise to you. There's nothing that goes on my page that I don't believe. 1 years are very blessed years. There are people that are going to get engaged for the first time. They're going to get new jobs. They're going to relocate. They're going to have babies for the first time ever. There's people that want to have a baby that will have a baby in 2026. I'm telling you, God has his hands on 2026, and all you have to do is just believe. Just believe. You have to believe in the
I keep seeing people talk about the 2026 rebrand, and hey, let me get this off, y'all, because you already know I'm woo now. You already know I'm woo. I let it out. I keep seeing people talk about the 2026 rebrand, and I just want to say I'm noticing a pattern. And yes, the new year is a chance for renewal. It's a breath of fresh air. It's an opportunity. It's a portal. Absolutely. And also, at some point, and this is something that I had to practice for myself, at some point, you have to stop being the first person to abandon yourself. You can't keep throwing it all off the table and building it from scratch. You are not a phoenix, you're a human being. And the foundation that you've built for yourself is not so insignificant that you should be so willing and eager to undermine it and to start over. You've done enough. You've done a lot. I spent so much time in my own life, like, convinced in my core that there was something wrong with me, bro, that I was constantly looking and trying to diagnose the thing that I had to fix about myself. Like, the thing that was standing between me and the version of my life that I wanted was all the mess inside of me, and I had to diagnose it and fix it, and all the flaws, whatever, right? And there was definitely work that I had to do. Absolutely, there's work that all of us could be doing, yes. And I swear, y'all, it was almost like I made myself a type of spiritual hypochondriac. Like there was a part like inside me, my person, like my soul, my spirit. There was something always wrong with me that I needed to fix. There was always something inside me. Like the most constructive thing that I practiced doing was repenting. I was always apologizing. I was always fixing. I was always feeling ashamed. I was always whatever. And it got to the point where I had to consider that maybe the thing about me that was so off wasn't something that I was missing other than commitment. I did not commit. I would not commit. And it wasn't a commitment, not to the gym, not to the diet, not to the routine, not to the study, not to the whatever, but a commitment to myself, to my purpose, to my passions, a commitment to who I am and to the qualities that already exist inside me. I was so eager to betray myself. Every opportunity, I was like, well, fuck the old me. I'm gonna be a new me. How you gonna say fuck the old? How is it fuck the old me? Old me got me here. Old me did all the work. So how is it fuck old me and I'm gonna be a new me? The first thing that you should want to be in 2026 is you. Let me calm down. I think in a way, all of the self-tinkering, it was like a type of procrastination that I was doing to defer the work that I actually had to do to be the things that I really cared about being in this life. I made up all these prerequisites, or maybe I internalized all these prerequisites of things that I needed to be. I have to be hot and sexy and rich and popular and all this shit. When in actuality, what I wanted to be was creative. What I wanted to be was passionate. What I wanted to be was inspiring. What I wanted to be was productive. And I made up all this other stuff that I had to be before I could be any of that stuff. And none of those things correlate. Maybe the rich might correlate. The money's not irrelevant. I'm not even gonna lie to you and say the money's irrelevant. But in all of that procrastination, it was like a really nasty kind of self-abandonment that I was in the habit of doing, to think that in order to be what I saw myself being in the future, I had to abandon all the things that I am. So anyway, when I think about my 2026 rebrand, I'm not even thinking about the rebrand. I'm thinking about the double down. You have to double down. What are you going to double down on? I don't care. The rebrand stuff, all of the things that are excess, all of the things that are not additive, all the things that aren't constructive, they will already fall away. Do you have a clear idea on what it is you want to double down on? I'm thinking about what I got to double down on, the things that are already in me, that I want to fuck double, triple, that are really, really already working. I'm thinking about the double down. Probably more than I'm thinking about the rebrand. That's my TED Talk.
2026 is the year of the Great Reset. Now, if you've been wanting to make some changes in your life, 2026 is the perfect year to do so. And here's why. Change occurs every 10 years. It really starts to manifest every 7, because 7 is the number of the divine, but we don't see it in full manifestation until 10-year cycles. Now, if we were to go back 30 years ago, we see that Microsoft released this program, Windows 1996. And this was a huge deal because it gave everyone access to the internet who didn't have access to the internet in the 90s. What this led to was the innovation and the birth of social media networks like Facebook. And I know this doesn't really seem like a big deal, but it really is, because this is how innovation works. It births the next thing that humanity is ready for. And I'm pretty sure if you would have told somebody about AirPods or wireless headphones, they would have laughed. So what does 2026 mean for us on a personal level? In numerology, 2026 is a universal year 1. So collectively, 2026 carries the vibration of the number 1. A year 1 marks the beginning of a new 9-year cycle. It's about fresh starts, independence, identity, leadership. And the core themes are new chapters, new directions, new opportunity, personal empowerment, innovation, and more. So 2026 is the start of something new, but there's more. Right now, Jupiter is in Cancer until about June 30th, 2026. What this means is that Cancer is challenging us to have emotional growth, healing, and expansion on our inner life. Jupiter in Cancer is a heavy focus on our subconscious mind, our habits, our environment, our nature. This is where the change happens, because change happens on a frequency level, on an emotional level. Now, this is good because Jupiter enters Leo June 30th, 2026. Once Jupiter enters Leo, the energy shifts from inward and emotional to outward and expressive. So this is where the fun starts to happen. This is where we can express our creativity, our self-expression, leadership, visibility. So 2026 is really going to be for those who are willing to do the work right now. So yes, 2026 is the great reset on a micro level and on a macro level. It all starts.
I heard that you want to rebrand for 2026. If you're going to rebrand yourself, you need to start with your appearance. First is hair. Just keeping your hair done. It can be in an updo, it can be down. As long as it looks presentable, you're already upgrading your appearance. Doing little things like brushing your eyebrows, doing lip gloss, a lip liner can already make a difference. Outfit. Your outfit does not have to be planned out every single day, but just wearing things like little sets and make you look more presentable. Never leave the house without some form of a piece of jewelry. It makes such a difference, whether that's just some earrings or just a necklace. And lastly, when it comes down to perfume, it can make people turn their heads and look at you. So knowing what you like to smell like is also great. Part 2 would be on mindset and habits. So let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Bye guys.
Okay, so now that we've heard from the culture, from the people, 2026 doesn't need a new version of you. It just needs a more focused and disciplined version of you. You need to be more aligned and intentional with your time, your goals, just your energy, everything. So take what resonated and leave what didn't. And remember, becoming her is literally going to be your daily decision. This is Pretty Girl Rich Era, evolving into womanhood, where we heal, level up, and become the best version of ourselves. I'm going to see you in the next one.